Hi, we're on day 9 already, and the day has been going past me very fast. Last night, I guess it was about 9 or 10 o'clock, maybe a little earlier. I was watching some videos here and drinking some Bullet cask strength bourbon, bottled at 62.7% alcohol by volume, and I fell asleep. This is what's left of it. That should align my palate, or at least help to do so. I believe I forgot to take my pill. Yes, I did. There we go. That's a blood sugar control medication. I'm diabetic, if you didn't know. And what this does is there's one pill that makes, I know one pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. No, one pill makes the cells of my body more receptive to the effects of insulin. Another pill makes my pancreas produce more insulin. And a third pill makes changes the enzymes in my kidneys such that blood sugar doesn't get reabsorbed into my bloodstream. It gets peed out. So I've got 3 kinds of pills to control my diabetes, and it's been working very well. Very, very well. But I digress. This is the Shelter Point Wish This Year Good Night, random day number 9. And we have here our infamous box, which is getting emptier and emptier. I think there's 4 of them left in there. Their infamous box of advent calendarness. Okay, we have one. I don't know what's on it. There's 3 left in there. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to hurry up and wash some glasses too because I'm running out of Glencairns now. I think this is the second to last. The penultimate clean Glencairn. Well, excuse me. I have other Glencairns, but I don't want to use them. Those are commemorative. Oh, this one opens up. I don't have to use the vise grip. Nice. So here we are, December 26th, day after Christmas. Christmas is done. I wonder what this one is going to be. I put it sideways to get all the liquid at the bottom, and then I'll pour the last drops into the glass. Oh. Right away, something very fruity. Very fruity. Quite a bit malty. I think it's a little bit of a coffee note in there along with the sweetness. I'm reminded of Smoke Point. I'm guessing just from the nose. that this is stronger than yesterday's. I'm going to peg it at about 50% ABV. Yeah, there's a little bit of a coffee note to it, as well as fruit. I could swear this is Exlafroid cask. I'm guessing it's smoke point. But let's see. I probably washed this glass very well too, so that nothing will stick to the side. It's not like I used Teflon or anything. It's just that down they go. See that sheeting action? Little droplets as usual. Little trails of droplets as usual. This does smell amazing. You know, using Exlafroid casks is a good way to get some of that smokiness into the whiskey. But I would like to see them take some of their barley and actually dry it in a peat-fired kiln. I would like to see peated, an actual real peated shelter point. Maybe that'll happen someday. But for now, we have to content ourselves with these excellent Exlafroid casks. You know, I'm getting a little bit of strawberry too. Where that's coming from, I don't know. These casks smell wonderful. Okay, so this is more of a cask-driven maturation than the spirit-driven maturation that I smelled yesterday with the artisanal single malt. For the taste. You know, if that's not an Exlafroid cask, it could be virgin oak. Because, well, first of all, it's high. I think it's cask strength. It's up there. It is hot. It is definitely hot on my palate. It is hotter than the stuff I just finished, which was a bourbon, a bullet bourbon bottled at 62 point something % alcohol by volume. Get some water in there. Let's have a second sip of this and see what we got. And maybe adding some water to it. Okay, it's fruity. I'm getting some of that espresso coffee note that I was getting before. And the nose doesn't exactly bowl me over, but that's because a lot of the alcohol that's in this is acting as an anesthetic. To quote Horst Lüning. And when it does that, you don't smell everything. But when you try and taste it, it burns. Wow. yeah. It's fruity. It's espresso coffee. The finish is still there after I've taken some water. It's still there on the tip of my tongue, and it's hanging on. It's hanging on. I'm going to give it one full spoon and see if that tames this tiger just a little bit. Okay. I'm getting that woody coffee note again. The fruits have done some moving aside with the addition of water, leaving room for the coffee notes. Coffee and a bit of chocolate. And wood. Could they have used a few staves of virgin oak internally in a barrel in an ex-Lefroy barrel? Because if there were some internal staves, that would explain the woody note. Oh yeah. Woody and coffee and chocolate. Still a bit of an alcohol tingle, just on the tip of the tongue. This is rich and flavorful. And strong. Well, I'm going to finish this up pretty quick because I got some glasses to wash and a couple other little chores. I want to get the chores done before I can relax and just watch videos and go through my email and things like that. What is this? Oh, single malt whiskey, aged 2 years. But it's not a whiskey if it's only 2 years old. What is it with you guys at Shelter Point? It's kosher. It's a product of Canada. It's 61% alcohol by volume, 50 milliliters. 100% Canadian barley. Interesting. Very interesting. Only 2 years old. It's better than the 1 year old. Yes, it has more character than the 1 year old. But guys, don't call this a whiskey if it's only 2 years old. I know up island there you can make your own rules, but there are certain rules in Canada. That's the only thing that sort of gets me about this bottling. It's 2 years old. Now, it doesn't say what kind of barrels it was aged in, but I was getting some of that ex-Lefroy flavor. It's interesting to see how it ages, though. from the new make to the 1-year-old to the 2-year-old. I wonder if there's a 3-year-old in there. There's 3 bottles left to go. Yeah, a lot of wood. A lot of wood. A lot of oak. It could be Exlafroid. But it doesn't say on here, so I can only guess. Now, what does the Cheers box give us today? Salut! Salut!
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.